Well, I guess the story starts with when I first started working. So when I got my first job, I thought I landed my dream job because the farm I was in was, supposed to give me exposure to a variety of projects, gain skills, be exposed to a lot of different environments and industries. Well, that wasn't the case actually. Well, we did get exposed to the variety of projects, but not necessarily gaining technical skills, if I can say so. Gaining skills, but are they tangible skills? Something which can make your career grow? I don't think so in my life. That is. So that's what started happening, and basically 1.5 years into the job, I started getting frustrated with the job. I wasn't looking forward to going to work, the norm, not wanting to go to work, looking for excuses, or just doing for the sake of moving along. Got to a point, I was lucky enough to get into a nice project where I gained some tangible or technical skills, but after some time it got mundane and went back to being frustrated. So that's when I decided, let me start looking for a new job. So I went online searching for a new career, new job per se. Um, Applied, never got any responses from companies. So I kept on applying, but I never got any responses. So you can imagine the frustration kept on getting higher and higher. But what could I do? I can't quit work because of the high unemployment rate. So I decided to stick it there and keep on looking for something else. Until I'll say like towards end of 2017, I came across a post which was talking about teaching English and traveling. So that's when I decided, oh wow, why don't I look into this? So one of my passions is to travel. I enjoy traveling, doing hobbies, learning new things. That's me. So I decided to give it a shot. I went onto the internet, did my research. What are the requirements? What do you need? And I started telling my close friends and family of what I want to do. Then they're like, oh yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea, because I've been meaning to take a gap year before started working, but my family was against me traveling because I wanted to do air hostess at the beginning, but they were like, no, first get a job, do something, and then you can travel later on. Then that's what I did. So I was like, you know what, this time I'm gonna do what I want and what I like. So let me try and do this teach and travel, teach English and travel. So after doing my research, I told the family and I told them, what is required. They're like, okay, they were on board. So I contacted the agent from the company I was dealing with, and they told me the minimum requirements required, and then I just started putting things together. So without hesitation, I decided to, you know, sell everything. I sold my car, I quit my job, I did everything. So you can imagine for me to get to that point, how frustrated or how I'd gotten to my maximum to be like, what, F it, I will literally just leave everything and start something fresh and just do what I want to do. So at that time, at the end of 2017, I had also decided I will embark on a journey on building my relationship with God. So I thought, since I'll be traveling, I will do this two in one, travel and get to know God and build my spirituality. So, couple of months, I quit my job, and then now I was waiting for the documentations to come through. So I was sitting at home just waiting for the papers. So what happened is that over a couple of weeks, when I was in contact with the agent, like he would say, no, things changing. There were delays from the government from that other side. So there were just always delays, which kept on postponing my departure to the other country. So the longer I waited, the more I started growing impatient. I started asking him, hey, is this thing like for real? Like I started asking myself like, okay, is this guy legit? Is it, is this happening? You know, so that that was happening, and at the time when I was waiting for my documentations, that's when I decided to also continue building my relationship. So I would start reading my Bible and, you know, just doing the basics. I couldn't do much. So weeks turned into months, not hearing from the agent, And I remember when my family started, doubting this whole story. It's like, we don't think this guy is legit. He's a scammer. Are you sure or not? So they just kept on having more doubts. And when you have people having doubts, pushing to your side, you start also doubting. Hey, is this thing, legit? Is it happening? Is it true? Like, was I scammed? But with the same breath, you still say no. There's a reason why this thing is happening. Like, there is no way I would have gotten here. Like, God would have allowed me to get here if He didn't know that this thing was gonna, happen. So I kept on telling them, no, guys, just wait. And I kept on having faith, but my faith was starting to thin out because of the delays. So I remember there were times where I would cry at night and be like, okay, why would God, take me out, make me uproot my life, quit my job, sell all my belongings to leave me here stranded. So I started questioning a lot about that. And I didn't get any response. So can you imagine the silence from God and the agent? No one is giving me anything. Like, I don't know what to go on with. I have no base. What do I do? Where do I go from here? So it was a lot of asking yourself a lot of questions like, okay, now what? Now what do I tell people? People are telling me this guy was a scam. This whole notion of going to teach English is a scam. So basically, after some time, after a couple of months passed by, I decided, let me start looking for a job this side. I went to the internet, started searching for jobs which I have skills in. With no luck, I would not get any response from any of the jobs. And then one day, all from Norway, this recruitment agent calls me and says, hey, are you on the market? I'm like, you can imagine what my answer is. So I said, yes, I'm in the market. So we did 1 or 2 interviews, and then I later got the job.